Good afternoon, Enid, and welcome to another wonderful Monday in the City Update. With us today is Dawn McCarty.
Hi.
And she is going to be sharing some information for the CDBG Foundation and what that does. But before we jump into that, let's talk about what we did over the weekend. What did you do?
Well, I got out yesterday and went to the food truck festival. It was my first time visiting that, and tried a lot of different foods. It was great.
I saw they had funnel cakes. I'm mad that I didn't.
I did have a funnel cake and some pie.
What kind of pie was it?
It was a caramel whiskey pecan cream pie.
Oh, I've never heard
amazing.
of that, but that sounds really good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Scott, what'd you do?
Mine didn't start well. I had to go rescue one of my sons with a broke down vehicle in Ardmore Friday night. Put a new serpentine belt on a car at a gas station. But then it ended up getting better. Saturday night we went to, people say there's never anything to do in Enid. You went to the food truck festival, and Saturday night I went to the Stride Bank Center and we watched Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias do his comedy act, and it was pretty funny.
Yep, I did too. That was amazing. You know, they were sold out and they had to open more seats. It was packed. I loved it though. He was hilarious. So if you get a chance to, if you want to get involved with stuff like that, then Stride Bank Center is where it is at to find that information on their website. And I mean, it's gorgeous. So Sunday was a beautiful weather. And so I love photography, so I did a model call and just had a wonderful time with some new clients. So that's really cool. And so, well, we're just going to go ahead and dive right into quality of life and see what's going on within the city and that you can get plugged into. So we have some exciting things coming up. So April 9th, the Northwest Oklahoma Early Childhood Coalition is going to be throwing a superhero Saturday party. It's going to be at North Meadow Lake Park. They do have a lot of cool things going on for this event. They're going to have free putt-putt, and then the paddle boats will be out, and that's free, and then free ice cream, and a free petting zoo, and free is what I just keep hearing. And so next week, you're going to want to tune in because we're going to have some furry animals visiting our set, and that's going to be exciting. And they're going to be from the petting zoo. That's going to be for the event. And if you have any questions, it's from 9 to noon, and they will be serving free lunch. So lots of fun.
You know, I don't want to give up Black Panther's identity, but I think I recognize him in this picture here, but I don't want to give away his identity.
I mean, they're superheroes, so you can't expose them even if you know them.
That's right.
I mean, that would not be good. Then who would save the world? They are saying dress up, so I think adults can be children too. So we encourage that, and so make sure your littles dress up as well as you, and we will see you out there. And so what we're going to move into now is where CDBG has a block grant that was approved. Dawn, do you care to tell us about that?
Sure. So we recently were awarded $3 million for COVID relief money, which are activities that were chosen based on our public input was for rental assistance, utility assistance, and some facility rehabilitation. So basically the money has to be used to prepare for, prevent, or respond to coronavirus. So we have opened up the application process for the facility rehab, and that process is going to remain open until April 18th. So we can receive applications from nonprofits or public entities that are located in qualified census tracts with 51% and above low to moderate income areas. So I encourage everybody to get on our city website and take a look at the application. If you have questions, feel free to reach out.
Now, for the rental assistance and for utility assistance, on the agenda for the April the 5th meeting, we have contracts already awarded, or that will be awarded on April the 5th for those two. And so sometime after the 5th of April, when those contracts are executed, people should be able to apply for funding with those organizations, and they should be able to start spending that money very quickly. Is that right, Dawn?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you are experiencing hardships due to COVID for rental or utility assistance, you can reach out to the nonprofits that we partner with, and they can help get you some assistance.
Well, if they want to get more information on that, then can they visit the website?
They can visit the CDBG website, or, like I said, call me, and we'll help them out however we can.
Wonderful.
The contracts I'm referring to are with Catholic Charities and CDSA. And so, of course, those have not been approved by the mayor and commissioners yet, but we have contracts waiting on their approval. So those questions can be answered after April the 5th of how they can apply for and get that aid that they need.
Yeah, and I do want to mention that I have had some individuals call me directly asking for assistance, but our department, we partner with agencies in Enid that provides that assistance to the citizens of Enid. We don't give money directly to individuals.
That's duly noted. That's a good thing
Yeah.
to know. Is there anything else they need to know?
I think that probably covers it for the $3 million. Now, we do have the CDBG regular annual funding, and the next meeting coming up for it's not really a public meeting. It's the meeting for the funding committee is coming up on April 6th, and we'll take a little closer look at the projects that were presented at the last hearing, which was just last week. Was it just last week earlier? Was it the week before?
I think it was the week prior.
But applications have already been submitted, and as soon as we have more information from the federal government as far as how much money they're allotting, then this group will determine who gets how much of that funding, and we'll be releasing that information as soon as we can get it.
Yeah.
Well, that is wonderful. And if they want any other information, just go where they said. And that's going to be the easiest thing. And so we have the Outlaws, and I understand that they have more games coming up. They played some games this past weekend, and I understand they're 6-2 at this point. But if you want to get involved with that, go to their website, enidoutlaws.com, and that will give you all the information you need to know. Or I think you can go to stridebankcenter.com as well. And so they have 2 games coming up this weekend, and I'm hoping that at some point during their season that I can get involved in that too, just to give some support, to our local team. And then we have egapalooza. This is brought to you by the Parks and Recreation Department of the City of Enid, and they have more other events that they put on too. But this one is going to be April 16th. From 1 to 4 at Crossland Park. It is completely free. It is going to be so many eggs. And so I'm sure that you will have tons of things to open. And so we have First Friday coming up. I do believe this is the first Friday weekend of the season. And so that is downtown Enid. It's from 6 p.m. to 9. It is on that Friday. I don't think I've ever had the opportunity to attend one of those. Have you ever been to one?
Oh, yeah. They're fantastic to go to. There's usually food trucks out there. They usually have the breezeway closed off. They have usually somebody's selling drinks around the breezeway area. There's live music in different places. Usually in the breezeway is one, and other places there's live music. And I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that on the April one, it's going to be, there's a kind of an art theme where they're going to try to showcase some different art that people have done around Enid. So go check that out. You can just kind of wander around the square and catch up with people and hang out, and it's a good time.
Good time of fellowship. I'm going to have to do that then. And so we are going to move right on into our road closures. And so on West Randolph, in the alley behind the businesses, there was a sinkhole that was discovered. And so that they are closing that off. They don't have an end date for that, but when they do, we will let you know. So just be aware of that closure. And then we also have the removal of the medians on O&K and South Cleveland Street for the installation of some yellow flashing lights. That is expected to take about 2 weeks per median, so please be cautious in your travels down that road.
So listen, this is an intersection, and everybody has to go through this intersection. It seems like everybody that lives on the west side of Enid has to go through this intersection at some point, and it is always a bear. And so they are making some improvements here, and it's going to be a short-term, thing that we have to go through. But those flashing lights on the turn signals should help move traffic through there much quicker. I've been waiting for this to happen for years, and it's happening. It's here, and so we have to put up with a few weeks of construction, and progress is being made. Soon we'll have these flashing lights, and it's going to really improve this intersection. So be patient with us as we make some improvements.
Improvements are always good. And then we also have a portion of South Lincoln Drive that's closed for concrete repairs as well. That began on Monday. That begins today, and that's going to last about 3 weeks. So be cautious for that.
This is a program that we do here where we talk about on the slide before that.
The slide before.
This is one of the things that we can do to improve road construction and roads around Enid much better and quicker than designing an entire road to be replaced. Sometimes we just go through and find the really bad sections of it and just replace some panels of concrete that will greatly improve the road and make it better for years to come without having to spend millions and millions of dollars trying to do the entire road when there's just so much to do. This is a very effective way that we can get a contractor on site, get the job done, move on to the next one. And the last several years we've spent, I think the last 2 years we've budgeted $600,000 for this program where we're putting concrete patches here and there. And what we're able to do with that is improve sections of road all around Enid. Instead of just doing one road for $1 million or a few roads, we're able to impact the entire city of Enid. And it's worked so well that the last 2 years, even though we only budgeted $600,000, we've come back later on in the year and gotten more funding appropriated towards that. And the last 2 years we've spent $1 million on this road improvement project where we come through and do different concrete patches through town. So maybe patch is the wrong word because they're doing entire panels and entire intersections at a time, and it is a really good program. And if you live in any areas that this has been done in, it's excellent work, very good use of funding.
And this is another reason why we talk about CClickFix so much, because this gives us awareness of where these areas are. Am I right?
That's right.
And then there's a 2-day, lasting only today. There is a water main installation that is closing down the lane closures for the South Grand and Garriott intersection. So just be aware of that as they proceed and get that done. And then we also have some internships, and those close. Those deadlines are April 4th. So if that's something that you're looking to be interested in any of these opportunities, then definitely look into that at our enid.org/careers. Scott, can you tell us a little bit about what the internships are?
There's just a fantastic opportunity for people to find out, what the city has to offer in these different places. Like public utilities and environmental services, and is going to be quite a bit different from video production. And so if you have an area of expertise, especially if you're a student, studying this at a university, and you are, wanting some experience as part of your degree program, or just to kind of find out, if the city has something that might be a good fit for you, this is an excellent opportunity for people to come and put their skills to use and see how they can contribute, and just to kind of explore what we can offer. I know that this department in media communications and media has had an excellent intern a few years ago that did a lot of work, and I think he's gone on and been successful, and it's a great partnership, and it's a great learning opportunity. So anyone out there that has these interests, come check it out. Come check us out and see how we can help each other.
And then we have some board vacancies as well. And I know that we filled some, and I know that some are being looked at to be filled.
That's right. There are 3 of them that were filled on the last commission meeting. There are 4 more that are being looked at to be considered for at the next council meeting on April 5th. And we'll keep going through there and filling all of those through April and maybe into one or two of the May council meetings. And so we're gonna before long we'll have all of these open positions filled, and we'll keep moving down the road. So if you're interested at all in any of these, your timeline may be coming up shortly on when you can get those applications in, because we're going to fill 4 more of them on April the 5th, and the applications can be found at enid.org/board application.
Well, if you want to get plugged into that, then certainly do that, because it sounds like they all have deadlines. We also have an upcoming commission meeting Tuesday, April 5th, and that is for the study session at 5, and then the regular meeting is at 6:30. And if you want to have your voice heard, then you can come there, and you can say what you want.
That's right. You know, we don't have to have town hall meetings to get input from citizens. Every single council meeting you have an opportunity, if you would like to sign up and have a public comment. You don't have to wait for a town hall meeting. You can come to any meeting you would like, sign up, and you can have a few minutes before the mayor and commissioners and communicate whatever it is you'd like to communicate.
And that's good to be able to know that you have a place to go and let your voice be heard. So take the opportunity. So we have CClickFix. We always talk about CClickFix because it helps us to know where our streets, areas that needs attention. So, but that's not all that we focus on with CClickFix. We don't just focus on streets. We focus on like down lines. You can request an Enid public transit and things like that. You can report stray animals, and so there's about 55 different topics you can report on. So you can access that by downloading CClickFix, or you can go on the website, which is enid.org, and you can report on there as well. If you have any questions, feel free to give our office a call at 616-7258. I would be more than happy to help you. You can also call the city, the admin building. They will be more than happy to help you as well. And so if you want to stay connected with what the city of Enid is doing and all the updates and all the events and everything like that, then you can stay connected with our social media. And that is really where you can find a lot of information, road closures, events, cool little happenings that happen around. And so we are on Instagram, Facebook, we are on Twitter, we are all over the place. We're on Roku, Fire TV, and so you have tons of opportunities to stay connected. And so other than that, I am just so glad that I was able to hang out with you guys today, and hopefully you get out and enjoy this weather. I hope that I get to as well. Other than that, thank you for taking the time to be with us today, and we hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thanks.